Hi, I'm Jane Dahlhoff, and was the coordinator of high school programming. And I was here at BC3 for a total of 25 years, and I retired in November of last year.
Hello, my name's Eric Peterson. I am currently a professor of English here at BC3, and I've been teaching here for 30 years, and I'm retiring in August.
Well, I was the coordinator of high school programming from 2003 until I retired. And that position involved working with high schools in 7 different counties and for a while in Ohio, setting up actual BC3 classes for juniors and seniors that had at least a 3.0 grade point average.
When I first came here, I came in as an assistant professor of English, and one reason they hired me was to get the prep English program off the ground.
I started out as a tutor in the adult literacy program, and I did that for a semester, and once the program learned that I had an education background, I was asked to take actually a part-time position in that field, and I did that for many years.
And I had that experience, so that gave me an advantage. And we did a lot of surveys, and we set some standards for entrance into English 101 or placement into prep English. It's worked pretty well ever since.
The last few years of that position, I also worked part-time down at our Cranberry Center as a student services specialist. And I did that until this position became available, the coordinator of high school programming. And I did that from 2003 until my retirement last November.
One of the most rewarding things, an instructional thing for myself, was writing my own textbook. It was fulfilling yet sometimes humbling experience.
I think probably the thing I liked best was being on the road with being the coordinator of high school programming. I love going to visit schools and introducing the program not only to school administrators and guidance counselors, but also doing presentations to students and meeting with the students and parents, answering their questions.
So I decided to write a textbook explaining the different rhetorical modes and include high-quality student essays from our own students as examples, so students could compare themselves to their writing to models that were achievable, that were student models. And I don't know if there are any other textbooks like that. A lot of textbooks have 1 or 2 student models, but I don't know of one that's all student models.
My 2 daughters are my proudest achievements. I have a daughter who is a Assistant Vice President of Development at the University of Rochester Medical Center. She's Elizabeth and lives in Rochester, New York, married and 2 adorable children.
I suppose the most appreciation I ever got was dealing with facets, and in our area in English, a lot of things are subjective, and so we entered national contests, and somebody else judged facets and judged very highly. I think we had the best community college literary and arts magazine in the country in our category of size of community college for 2 or 3 times, and first place was special merits, next thing down, and then first place, I think, the worst we ever got. So there's a lot of satisfaction in that.
My daughter Erica is finishing up her PhD at Penn State University in sociology. In fact, she also is a member of the BC3 family. She's been teaching an online Principles of Sociology course here, probably about the last 3 years. So they've just been great kids, and I'm just so proud of all they have done. So I think they're my 2 proudest achievements, although I give most of the credit to them.
How would I like to be remembered at BC3? I'd say positively would be nice. As a person that increased the integrity and standards of the English department, someone who helped build the literary magazine to its current state. Again, mostly someone who helped people reach their potential and do more than they thought they could.
I would like to be remembered as maybe adding a small part to the success that is BC3, making an impact on students and the communities in which they live.
Everybody who knows me knows I love to fish and canoe, so that's always been a dream. It's taken a long time to get there. Going to move near Hillsborough, North Carolina. It's a bit of an artist community, so I've always loved nature and academics and intellectual curiosity, and I hope to blend all those together down there.
I do miss my friends and the people at BC3. I miss the beautiful campus, the trees, the paths, especially in the spring. Absolutely gorgeous, and I do miss that.
The 3 lines of Timothy that sort of summarize my efforts here at BC3, and they are: I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. So I like to think of my tenure here at BC3 in those terms. I've done my best. I haven't always succeeded, but I've helped a lot of people. And if you go into this job, you know you can't save them all. You've got to know that, or you'll end up in a different institution. So we have to be satisfied with that. And Emerson said, if you have helped one person lead a better life, you have led a successful life. So I don't know, that's not a terribly high standard, but I think I've helped quite a few, and that's been the most satisfying. So legacy passes on. And the best legacy for a professor, I think, is for his or her students to outpace him or her. And to me, that's the highest compliment. So I'm not the least bit threatened if my students do better than I do eventually and write novels and go to med school and do very well. That's the culmination of a career.